Self-defense with an umbrella. Today is a cloudy, rainy day, and I figured, well, it's a perfect day to go over some umbrella self-defense. Now, in this video, I'm just using an ordinary, off-the-shelf, full-length totes umbrella. It's not some tactical umbrella. And I'm going to be using it today in the same way that we use CBOT or a spear in full circle on East Milano. The reason why we train with an umbrella because obviously it's practical. We're not going to be carrying a spear out in the street, but you could have an umbrella with you on a rainy day. So, the primary use of this umbrella will be thrusting. Thrusting to keep our opponent away from us. Thrusting to keep them back. Thrusting to do damage if necessary. So, when I'm holding the umbrella, I'm holding it by the handle and I'm keeping it by my hip. I'm keeping the tip of my umbrella pointed towards my opponent's center line, as well as in front of my center. This way here, when my opponent, let's say if John drops that stick and he throws a common haymaker strike, as he throws that haymaker strike, I can intercept that strike. And if necessary, thrust again, follow up with a handle, or maybe push and run or get away if I can, if possible. So, that's one way of using it, is to thrust to intercept my opponent's strike. So if he goes to throw a rear leg front kick, I can thrust and intercept. Again, depending on the situation, it's going to be I strike to the eyes or to the throat or to the sternum, solar plexus, groin, etc. It depends on the situation. I'm the throat. That could be a fatal strike. An eye, again, you're blinding your opponent. So make sure that you can justify force if you use the strike to those target areas. So now, let's say that John has a pipe. In this case, he's got a Comagon stick, which is very heavy as any pipe. And I'm going to let John strike me with an angle number 1. Now, instead of holding my umbrella in this position, and again, make sure that the tip is always up. Don't hold it down, because it's going to take longer for you to get it up to defend yourself from any strike. Keep it up. Even when you thrust, bring it back and keep it up. Don't thrust and put it down. Okay, because now you've got all this area that he's going to strike, and you're going to have to get it up to defend yourself or to block. So here I'm going to hold it in this position here. Okay, in the same way that I would, let's say, a walking stick or a spear. Now when he strikes with that and I block it and I take it, I want him to strike. Go ahead, hit me hard, hit me full power. All right. This is a totes umbrella, not a tactical umbrella. But it took a Comagon strike. Hits me hard, full power, come on. Hits me hard, I thrust, and then I follow it. Scrape right down, thrust into that body, and then I get out of there. No fancy takedowns, no going for any types of chokes with an umbrella. Don't get fancy. All right, now that's if he comes at me with a stick. What if he pulls out a knife? Okay, he pulls out a knife. Now, the knife, I gotta keep the distance. I may be swinging, keep it back. He pulls out that knife, I swing it to keep some distance. But again, as I'm swinging full power to keep distance, or I'm thrusting, I'm gonna get tired, okay? And this is only to keep him back. This is only buying time, for hopefully someone watches and steps in and helps me, or calls the police. Or I'm gaining distance by thrusting, or swinging at him while he's got that knife. Hold that knife out. Okay, try to cut me. Try to cut me. Any type of cut me. Okay? See, I'm intercepting. Okay? Now, I may intercept, blind him, or hit him in the eyes or the throat or whatever, do some damage, and then get out of there. Okay? But if I'm keeping him back, or if I'm swinging to keep him back, this is only to maybe try to grab a secondary weapon. Or maybe look for some other improvised weapon, or look for something to throw. Right? So I can't continue to do that. So again, notice I'm using it for distance. If he holds out his knife, full length, hold your knife out, reach as far as you can. Yeah? And I have this, okay? My goal is to what? See? I have the length advantage with a full length. Okay? I have a length advantage. So anytime he comes in, give me an angle 2 backhand slash, I've got him. Give me an overhead, come down at me, I've got him. If he stabs into my body, I can drop it. I dropped it on the knife. I hope that was a knife. Was that the knife in your hand? Okay? I drop it down. What? That's defanging the snake. So I can do that. If he goes to stab, I could drop that down, strike that hand, and then thrust quick, and then get out of it. Okay? So we can defang the snake and use this umbrella also like a stick. So let's say, because there's always a what if, he doesn't have the knife, I go to thrust, and he grabs my umbrella, okay? If he grabs my umbrella, I could oblique kick that shin. Or I can oblique kick that shin, bring this up, which puts his wrist in a weak position, straight down to clear it and thrust, and then get out of it. But what if he grabs the umbrella this way? Okay, we're struggling, okay? Same thing. I can kick to the groin. I can kick to the groin if he's still holding it, bring it up to the vertical position, bring it down to clear it, thrust into the body, and then get out of it. So, these are some of the things that you can do with an ordinary off-the-shelf umbrella. Of course, the umbrella can get damaged because it's not some tactical umbrella. But the important thing is that you use it for self-defense to save your life and get out of it. Thanks for watching.